So, do you currently drop off like high school and middle school students at grade school?
No, sir.
So where do you drop those kids off at?
Well, like after school,
Yeah,
we have drop-off points that are close to there. We have what we call transfer points. For the high school students, we have a transfer point near Buffalo Jones, but it's down at the end, on the south end of Buffalo Jones. So they're not right there at the elementary school. We're not dropping them off where we would pick up the Buffalo Jones students. We have an Eda Sharman transfer point, we have a Gertrude Walker transfer point. They're away from the schools, so we're not picking them up or dropping them off right in front of the schools.
and is there any concern from the principals at the elementary level that you're gonna start dropping these kids off, 50 minutes before their school gets out, and they're waiting for their brother or sister, that they'll just be hanging around the schoolyard? I mean, is there a concern for that, or?
None were brought up in any of the conversations we had.
Those kids just usually go on home.
They usually go on home, and one of the things that was brought up when we talked about having the elementary students going first and getting out earlier, and having the secondary going second, so to speak, was the fact that a lot of our families depend on those high school, in some instances, middle school students, either being at home before the elementary student gets home or picking them up from school. So now this alleviates that problem as well. And again, in some instances, if you live in the Gertrude Walker area and you're picked up there on that bus for the high school, you're going to be dropped off there, and again, you could be standing there waiting for your little brother or sister to come out, or you could be at home by the time they get there.
Well, I would just encourage anybody in the community or parents or staff members who have other comments on this, please let us know and bring it up, because it will change a lot for people. So it'll be interesting to hear how people do this. But I do see it makes, it allows for some staff interaction and we have a chance to have them. Thank you.
You're
I'm
welcome.
sure this was a big job to.
Yeah, I'd like to compliment Charlie. I do remember one thing a little different than Charlie does. I remember that original conversation, not to be, hey, shake things up and change stuff, but it was more along the lines of, it's gonna take you a little while to kind of understand the job and get your feet on the ground. Once you have that done, if you have things you wanna find to make things better, then, you know, you're empowered to do that. And it took him about, I figured it would take probably most of the first year for him to get his feet on the ground. He was about 2 months into the job when he said, hey, I'm ready to start looking at stuff. And he really has done a good job. Last year, you know, we talked to administrators, we talked to site councils, schools building leadership teams were involved, and we just weren't quite at the point that we were ready to move forward. But when school started, Charlie was right back there again, and I think, again, the goal here is to be efficient, not from the standpoint of necessarily saving a lot of dollars, but really from the standpoint of providing a quality service for our students and our families, and doing that as well as we can. And I think a side benefit is by standardizing those school start times, especially with the calendar that we're gonna be using, we can probably more effectively use some of that time that our staff has. Right now, our elementaries, there's about an hour gap between when some of them get out and when others get out. So for elementary teachers to get together to have some of those conversations that we talked about tonight, it makes scheduling some of that almost impossible, if not impossible. So, but Charlie, thanks for your work on it, and I really appreciate that you put kids first in these problems when you look at them and try to make things better for our kids and our families.
Thank you.
Gene, just a heads up on that too, change. We have an enrollment day for all of our elementary students and families in early May. We need to have time to be able to put information together so that this can all be explained and put out there, so all parents are aware of it at enrollment time, and we don't want to be surprised them over the summer. So we've got about a month here before that next meeting, but that's when we'll be asking the board to make a decision.
At this point, we're moving on to board open discussion. Or do you want to talk about the physics?
I just wanted to report that I, went to Bernadine Sits Intermediate Center and, observed 3 different classrooms that are currently running a tech pilot program. Some good things from that, and maybe some possible not so good things, but, I'd just like to continue to encourage everybody to grab a few spots and go observe.
Well, and
Yeah, I would also.
I didn't have an official visit, but I seem to frequent the Hall Virginia marker a lot, so, Mr. Horning pulled me in the classroom the other day, and they have the one-to-one, in the classroom, and was kind of showing me some of the stuff they can do, and I'm gonna try to get in there another time just to observe, and he was very excited about the increased engagement with students and some things like that, so that's some positives.
I'd like to request maybe in our June or July board meeting that we have a presentation on our school webpage. I keep going on that and still have all kinds of problems. Last week I looked for 2 teachers' emails, couldn't even find the teachers that even existed in the district. And if we want our parents to be involved in our schools, our webpage should be click, 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 there's my teacher, click, 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 there's the school, click, 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 there's the phone number. And, you know, we spend a lot of money updating that, it looks really nice, but I'd really, personally, I'd like to see a presentation on the updates that were done to it, and how to find maybe some things that parents need to know how to find. And I'd say June or July, but it's a little bit slow.
Well, there was also a legislative copy.
I can, there's a lot of discussion about the tax bill, that failed to get, overridden. It's my understanding that, the governor's proposal will not get much traction. He's lucky maybe 14 votes in the House, I think is what, they were estimating. And then we may be seeing something very similar to what was initially proposed, but maybe not with the retroactivity clause. Originally, it was retroactive to January 1, so they may be looking at maybe an April 1 start with regard to that. And then there was also some discussion. One person's questions at the very beginning, and I mentioned them to Dr. Carlin, were very concerning to me. Some of the information this individual had, I think, is very wrong, as in that Kansas is 3rd in the nation in spending on its students. And are we really getting the biggest bang for our buck in K-12 education, because we have so many students at the community college needing remedial math? So I mentioned who it was to Dr. Carlin, so maybe we can try to get that person some better information, because of course none of the legislators up there had numbers to give him immediately. I know John Wheeler mentioned that he would try to get some numbers to him after he was able to do some research, but really a lot of the questions he asked should have been to us, not to the legislators, because they're not gonna know some of those numbers right off the bat. And then of course due process was discussed as well, so. It was a well-attended event, so a lot of teachers were there, and that made me happy, so. March 18th. Yeah.
It was well attended, but everything the answers sometimes. And it was very crowded.
I think that was due to, it changed the date at the room that
how many more is gonna be in the cancer center, I think. And then the ones after this one are gonna be back in the classroom. Makes no sense.
There's quite a few people there, I would think. There might have been crowded in the morning.
Mhm.
Anything else?
Gina might just mention, last Thursday, the state Supreme Court released their ruling, their N-4 ruling. Appears to be very favorable to school districts and more importantly, the students, Kansas school children. So, of course, it'll take a little while for the attorneys to really analyze that. But I know there are, it's kind of, again, putting pressure on legislators to take their task of putting into place a formula for funding our schools going forward into place this spring. So I think there's a lot of activity going on right now, and to keep it working on that. So, and there's some good options out there, at least good starting points for people, and the conversations seem to be much better than what they've been in the past. Less oriented towards specific agendas and more interested in coming up with a good solution, a good long-term solution. So people are pretty optimistic now about progress. It's not going to be solved overnight. It's going to take a while for the state to get out of the financial position they're in. Better attitude towards good long-term solutions.
Well, if I could kind of tag along with that with the response, you know, before when DN2 or DN3 came out, I think people were just like, okay, we'll listen to contempt of court. You know, who cares? And now the legislature's like, okay, let's figure out what we need to do. So, yeah, you know, you're an equal branch of government is basically what it sounded like, versus we don't care about you.
Anything else? Okay, the next board meeting will take place on Thursday, March 23rd at 5 p.m. in this room, and we would expect that to be fairly brief. And now we will have an executive session. Is there a motion to executive session?
Madam President, I move that we meet in executive session to discuss matters related to employee negotiations of whether or not a constellation is a representative or representatives of the body or agency for 15 minutes starting at 8:55.
Is there a second?
Let's let that one die.
Let's go home. Please raise your hand.